We're here 20 minutes east of Fareham Town Quay with Portsmouth Harbour entrance, only 30 minutes away by water. We're in amongst the moorings at Wicor Yacht Haven. We've got 220 deep water mid-river pontoons catering for boats up to 60 feet length overall. I'm out here on the water carrying out the end of season checks, and now I think we'll go ashore and I'll show you around the boatyard. We've been running now for about 50 years and we look after the local yachting fraternity. People come down from the home counties as far north as Sunderland, I think one of our customers is. But we basically look after sailing boats for our customers. We have a number of deep water mid-river pontoons. We're very fortunate in having a very, very peaceful and attractive area of the harbour. And we also provide winter facilities where boats can lay up and get their essential repairs done, and we try to provide all the services that they need, as well as a well-stocked chandlery, lovely cafe, and we like to think of it as a bit of a family community where owners can come and enjoy their boats at any time of year. One of the problems we experience is the getting the customers out to the boats. We've got a lot of very nice moorings out on the mid-river, but in order to get to them, for 50 years or so, owners have had to row out to them from the end of the jetty. So we have decided to take a leap of faith and take on Uber, and we're going to be launching a new water taxi this year, I hope. And I think that'll make life a lot easier for the owners, especially when they're bringing the family down and lots of kit and crew to go out for a day sail. Well, we're very fortunate here at the boatyard, and we have a beautiful, peaceful and scenic corner of the harbour. And over the years we've had many interesting boats, barges, houseboats, MFVs, and here we've got Jan, Dutch barge Jan. She arrived a few years ago from Island Harbour on the Isle of Wight, and is a super example of a liveaboard barge. And you couldn't wish for a better setting.
The reason we wanted to buy the barge and live on her was because both of us were brought up on the River Thames. Didn't know each other at the time, but water has been very much part of our lives. We had a couple of boats which we kept at Haslar Marina in Gosport, and we just began to think about how could we live nearer the water rather than the middle of a town. So we started looking at big boats, big yachts, big motorboats, and then we saw a couple of barges and wondered whether that would be the way that we could actually realise our dream. So we spent about 5 years looking, hunting, going around boatyards, diving down in hulls and looking at things, until we eventually found this one in Hampton Court, stepped on board, saw the light because it had been built up rather than down into the hull, and thought, this is it, this is the one we could live on here.
Among some of the classics we've got here at the yard, in 2013 Nada turned up, and she really is a magnificent design, turns heads everywhere she goes, and a wonderful story where the owner has actually built the boat from scratch himself, and she really is a magic example of the classic lines of this type of yacht.
Nada is quite unique. This is the only one in the UK built from this specific design. She's 35.5 foot on the deck. She has a waterline length of 28. Her beam, she's quite beamy, she's 11 foot beam. She draws 5.5 feet. Her tonnage is weighing in at 10.5 metric tons, so she's quite a heavy boat. Heavy displacement, 40% displacement. The keel is over 4 tons. There are a few Pinky Ketches worldwide, not to this design but to other designs of Pinky Ketch, mostly in the US. I don't know of any in Europe actually. I don't know, I dare say there are one or two, but this particular design is quite unique.
So the whole operation from bringing the boat from the pontoon into the slipway takes about 10 minutes. Shane's going to make this look nice and easy. It's a 35-foot Trident Warrior called Lady Warrior, built here in the yard in the 90s. Over the years we've worked out a method of bringing the boats in, and with the new kit and our new workboat we are able to do it all much quicker and with less manpower. The way it works is that one of the yard hands will go out on the workboat, out to the pontoons, will tie up on the starboard quarter of the boat that they're bringing in, and it's a bit of an acrobatic operation. You off the workboat, onto the yacht, onto the pontoon, back onto the yacht, untying lines, and all the while being aware of the tide and the wind and surrounding vessels. So once the boat is securely alongside, the workboat is securely alongside the yacht, and all lines are off, the boat is then brought into the slipway where another yard hand has prepared the sublift to accept the incoming boat, various dimensions, beam, draft, and length overall, and the sublift is driven down by remote control into the tide on the slipway, and the boat is brought into the sublift. At that point the boat is secured in the sublift, and the sublift brought out of the water, the boat's washed and then taken off into the yard to be offloaded for the winter.